Hello everyone and welcome to White Jasmine Kitchen. Today I have a great recipe, very easy as always and very simple. You can make this recipe in about, I don't know, 15 minutes or so. How can you go wrong? You can also make it during the weekdays. So what I have is, here's a pizza base that's already created, and I bought it ready-made because it's just, I keep some of these just for some of those nights where you just don't have time and you want to throw something in the oven very quickly. So I brushed it with some olive oil and left it in the oven for about 5 minutes or so at 425 for it to just kind of come to life, because you know it's a packaged dough, not dough, really pizza base. So you just want to kind of freshen it up a little bit. So what I wanted to do today, you know, it's tomato season, it's pesto season. So I wanted to use all those things to make this beautiful, you know, pizza. So I've actually created our own. We grew some of the basil. So I made some pesto, and I like to keep them in these small jars because they're just easy to use and I can use them quickly. So you can put it in a few jars, freeze some of them, and leave 1 or 2 in the refrigerator if you like to use your pesto often. So I'm just going to kind of put this on here. Instead of the red sauce, I sometimes, especially in this season, I like it, the pesto sauce, much better. It's lighter, it's refreshing. How can you go wrong? Basil smells so good. So I'm just going to kind of put it all over the pizza. And be generous with it, because we'll layer it with some really fresh tomatoes. I'll show you what we have today. And these are one of my favorite yellow tomatoes. You know, this is the tomato season. I love it. I've been making salsa all morning today because we have so many tomatoes. We just have to do something with it. And maybe if I have some more, I'm going to make some spaghetti sauce or pasta sauce. So here we have quite a bunch of basil pesto in here. Let's go to the edges as well and use as much as I can. Already smells so good. And I have some fresh garlic and also some Asiago cheese to go on top. Just a little bit different than usually we use mozzarella or we use white jasmine Gouda cheeses to make it a little bit spicier. But I like with this one, I like the cheese to be a little bit milder. Although it has a lot of flavor, but it doesn't have to be our spicy Gouda. And you can do it if you want. Sometimes I like to mix it with other cheeses so that you know you get the best of both worlds. With mozzarella, you can mix some of our cumin Gouda or our tandoori Gouda and then use it. So here we have enough pesto now. And then I'm going to add some fresh garlic. You know, there's no, look at these. These are really thin slices of fresh garlic. I'm just going to throw some. You can never have enough garlic, right? And you know how much I love garlic. So I thought I'll just throw in some pieces here. I chopped this up earlier. I like to keep it in these little containers. So whenever I need to use it, I can just go to it and not have to worry about peeling and all that. So just a few of these. And here comes our tomatoes. Now look at these tomatoes. And we have all sorts, the little cherry ones, the little orange and red, and also this big yellow tomato, and it's just beautiful. We are going to use one of these. And then we have Roma tomato and also this wonderful red plum tomato. So this is the season to have variety of tomatoes in your kitchen, and you can just go wild with your inspiration and you know, just go anything you want to do. So here is my yellow tomato. I'm just going to slice it really thin, and see, it looks different too. If you look at it, it just kind of the whole structure looks very different, and taste as well. It's not as sweet, but it has its own flavor. So let's slice some of these. And also when you're chopping your tomatoes, this is the test for your knife as well, how sharp your knife is. And I hope you sharpen your knife often, because there's no, you know, the blunt knives can be really bad for you. You can get hurt with a blunt knife. People think you're going to get hurt with a sharp knife, but I don't think that's the case. So let's take a big slice here. And then we'll lay it all out. And this pizza is going to go in the oven for about 10 or 15 minutes. Look how beautiful that looks. Get all these slices. How can you go wrong with that? Flavor over flavor over flavor. And here we have some more. Let's get all of this done. And of course, just a little bit of fresh basil on top. Just throw that like this. And some of our Asiago cheese. It's just grated. You're using this cheese just to add a little bit of that flavor that you like on your pizzas. It doesn't have to be the usual, you know, a lot of cheese. Some days you want to do a lot of cheese and you have the craving for it. But with this pizza, I've noticed that you can just do a little bit here and there, and this will be sufficient. Because there are already so many layers of flavor, you know, going through it. And then our oven is ready. Once it's ready, I'll post a picture for that. I hope you get a chance to try all the different kind of tomatoes and play with them. That's the fun part of cooking. So I will see you next time.